Once we have trusted, quality data, we need a public venue to analyze, discuss, and come to a consensus on policy. I propose a social networking type website that is free and open with no advertisements or other financial motivation. Each citizen goes through an authentication process that is unhackable and ensures that each participant is exactly who they say they are and they are only represented one time. You might verify your name and address at your post office and receive an activation code that you enter into the system. Once entered into the system, your identity becomes a brick in a blockchain secure data system. Authenticated individuals are then free to share questions, facts, data, opinions, or anything else regarding public policy. The system then groups similar topics or discussions into weighted forums. The forums are constantly shuffled according to consensus, with the most agreed upon course of action or policy statement ranking first. It is very difficult to get people to agree on specifics, but by watering down a recommended course of action or policy statement until a majority agrees, an initial direction can be established. It is a constantly evolving highway of what I call dynamic governance. That is, consensus is free to change at any time. It is dynamic. New data might change the consensus. A better idea might be discovered. A new technology might be invented. A consensus might first be to establish a group to gather data that answers a question. Once that question is answered, the consensus dictates the next action and the next. The power of your vote becomes valuable every day rather than once a year. You can change your mind and support a different consensus at any time. You can stay out of discussions that you have no interest in or knowledge about and participate in discussions that you know about or feel strongly about. This system leaves our Constitution completely in place and works in harmony with it. The citizens are simply better informed and in direct control of their government. Obviously, security would be the most important concern. Servers would have to be protected like military secrets, and redundancies would have to be established to prevent tampering. The public must trust the system for it to work properly. Perhaps a blockchain would be good here. Once operational and utilized by a majority of the public, the system will generate an open-source public consensus of policy. Society will collectively learn what works and what does not, and our goal of liberty and justice for all will be closer to being realized than ever before. Conspiracy and trolling are limited to the fringes of the system so that virtuous consensus is allowed to form. They are not silenced because freedom to speak your mind is a core value of our society. They are just given a proper position in the conversation relative to their ability to form consensus.